Yeah, so some may ask, why am I even talking about all this? I'm talking about all these things, just reason being is that we need more and more people to wake up to the fact that this country does not have a real leader in office. You know, I was talking to my wife and I was telling her or talking to her about King Nebuchadnezzar from the Bible and how he created a gold statue of himself and forced the people of that country to bow before that statue. And if you don't know the story, that's the story where Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego refused to bow before this statue and were placed into the burning furnace. But I say all this because if you look at the steps that this guy has taken, that it won't be long from now that he'll be erecting a statue of himself, whether it's inside of the White House or whether it's on the White House grounds. But it's coming, y'all. And just be prepared, because this is the type of person that, once again, if he doesn't get his way, then he's going to turn around and get his way in another way, so to speak, meaning that if you don't agree with him, he'll fire you and doesn't care whether or not you have a family. He doesn't care. But yet, once again, he claims to care about the people that are losing their lives over in Ukraine and over in Russia, but he doesn't care about the citizens of his own country. And it's an obvious thing. If they cared, y'all, if they cared, they would not be trying to get rid of Medicare and Medicaid. They would not be trying to get rid of SNAP. They wouldn't. They would let these programs continue on because people are in need. They would not be getting rid of all of these different government programs in which, let them tell it, it was wasteful spending, but yet he is spending $300 million to put a gold ballroom at the White House, which benefits no one in this community, y'all. That does not benefit the civilian nor the military. It doesn't benefit anyone in this country but him and the ones around him. He's doing this to showboat so that he can bring leaders from other countries to the White House and show off his multi-million-dollar ballroom that's made of gold. But yet, this is the same president that said that the Democrats were wastefully spending money by helping other countries that had issues, whether it was helping out the African nations or helping out our Latino community. Y'all, if y'all do not wake up and see the truth, y'all have to stop supporting this guy, because he means you no good whatsoever. And then you have some of these, not all of them, but these other leaders of these other countries bowing before him, literally praising him for the things that he so-called is doing. And he hasn't accomplished anything, y'all. He truly hasn't. If you really look at his resume, he has not accomplished anything as the president of this country. The only thing that he has done has put this country into more of an uproar. This country is more uneasy than it's ever been, for the most part, because we don't know what's going to happen day to day. One minute he's best of friends with Putin. The next minute he's calling him names and saying that he doesn't want to talk to him. The guy is he's unstable, y'all. He truly is. And when he speaks, he makes no sense. He'll be talking about something and then he'll just literally disrespect the reporter that asked him the question. This reporter asked him something. I can't remember exactly what she asked him. It was about, yes I do, it was about pardoning the creator of Binance or whatever this guy is, in which we all know that this guy helped him create his crypto coin, the meme coin that he created. The guy from Binance had a role in that. And so the lady asked him about pardoning this guy, and he sat there, y'all, and acted as if he didn't even know who the guy was. Well, who are you talking about? Well, who is this? Oh, you mean the crypto guy? Yeah, I really don't know him, but I heard he's a good person, that he was being accused of doing something that he didn't do. You know how many people that are sitting in prison right now that will tell you that they're in there because they are being falsely accused of why they're sitting in there? To where you have more than likely 95% of the people that are sitting in prison, they're in there because it was facts that proved that they did whatever they're being accused of doing, y'all. And the government had factual information on this guy saying he did what he had been charged with. But yet he sat there, and because other people are saying that he's innocent, well, what do you think, Donald Trump? What do you know? Because you seem not to know anything. It was like, the crypto guy. And so he was talking to her about, then he just went off on the lady. Well, you know, he didn't say it like this. You have to look up the video, y'all. But he said something to the fact that she was ignorant, and that she knew nothing about crypto, and that she's fake news media. I mean, where did that come from, y'all? She asked this guy a simple question about pardoning someone who was guilty of what he had been accused of, and he goes all the way off in the left field. And people don't see that something's wrong there. If you don't see that there's something wrong there, then obviously there may be something wrong with you mentally that you need to work out with yourself. But this is some weird times that we're in, y'all. And we know that at any given time, and I've been saying this for years, that he is going to be the reason that this country goes into a full war again. It's going to happen, y'all, under his watch, because the guy is too, you know, you don't know what he's going to do from day to day. He's too shifty. One minute, like I say, he's talking good things about something or someone, and then in the next breath, he's saying something negative. The guy, he's just from one end of the scale to the other. And it's going to happen. And another thing I want to talk about is how he is using the drug issue with Venezuela and these Latin American countries as an excuse to literally go into these countries with the military, y'all. This is what he's doing to Venezuela. He is sending the U.S. military into Venezuela to quote unquote fight the drug problem. But once again, we have to look at the facts or the truth and stop being blinded. He is doing this because, for one, Venezuela does not have the resources to stand up to the United States unless they can get another country to back them. Another thing is that he is a bully. He knows that Venezuela cannot stand a chance against the U.S. military. And so if he can go in there with the U.S. military and take over this country, because think about it. What was his comments about Canada? What was his comments? I think it was Greenland, but it was some other country. I can't even remember the name of it, but he was literally saying how these countries should become a part of the America, should be under American control. And so if he can't take Canada, if he can't take over that other country, which I can't remember what it was, then let's take over the Latin American countries. Let's take over the countries that do not have the resources in order to defend the United States off. And that's what he's doing. He's trying to expand the territory of the United States. It's obvious, y'all, and a lot of countries do that because when they go into war, the more territory you have and the more aware of the territory you become, then the enemy, not knowing the territory, they don't really stand a chance to be able to come into your country and to take over your country. But what we have to understand is that Russia is one of the biggest countries when it comes down to land mass. And so I really do deep down feel that it's going to be at some point, but we're going to end up going to war with Russia, y'all, because once again, Trump does not know how to control his mouth, and he always says the wrong things. But y'all take it easy out there. I just had to come on here and say that piece, and there may be more I want to talk about that I just can't remember right now. But y'all take it easy out there, and I'll talk to you soon.